Okay, guys, we are on finally. Technology and today. That's going to be my next talk show. Oh man, so I am so excited today. We have a wonderful author, bilingual author, Elizabeth Rivera. She has written an awesome story, Que soy, in Spanish, and in English it is What am I? So without any further ado, we're going to bring our very patient and wonderful author, Miss Elizabeth Rivera, in for some awesome cue. And without any further ado, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited to have you on Spotlight. Um, to get started, I'm going to ask you a couple of icebreaker. My first question for you, Miss Rivera, is I'm going to play it a little safe. How many states have you traveled to or countries?
Ooh. You think and count. Like I said, I've been to Mexico. I've been to the Grand Caymans. I've been to El Salvador, Guatemala.
Mm.
I went to Jamaica, and
Oh,
yes, all on cruises, out of state, in state. I've been to Alaska, California, Texas, Chicago, Iowa,
that is awesome.
Boston, Massachusetts.
So you like traveling. You like to travel a lot.
I
That's
do.
so cool. I know I am going to start traveling soon. I just had a baby. He's 1.5 years old. And then, the end happened. So it's like, everybody stay home. But
Exactly.
I miss traveling so much. It's like, you need that. You need to recharge.
Yes, yes, I enjoy.
What is another travel question? So what is the longest flight then? Because you said you've been to Guatemala, you've been all these places. What was the longest flight you've been on and how long was it?
Okay, well, I forgot that I went to China last year, right before COVID.
China wins.
So I think it was in total, it was like an 18-hour flight. But
Wow.
when I went there, I lost a day. And when I came back, I gained a day. So I left on a Friday and then arrived on a Friday. It was very strange.
It was very strange because they're the opposite.
Yes.
They're total, yeah. That's so cool.
Difference. So, their nighttime is our daytime, but when you're traveling, it was just yes. So, actually, I was actually in China for Thanksgiving and left at the beginning of December. I was there for like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. How awesome is that? Would you go back? Or the travel? Yeah. Do you have family in China or just?
No, I did teaching online, and so I went to go see some of my students. So
that is super cool. I know they really appreciated that.
yes,
That's so awesome.
I got to meet 2 of them, so it was pretty great.
That is awesome. I know they appreciated that. Like, oh, there goes my teacher. Oh, that's so nice. So do you teach like ESL? Like you teach English to them or Spanish? What is it that you
I teach them English. So they're learning. It was with the company. Now I just do it privately, but it was with the company to where I would I have about 7 to 10 students for half an hour session.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
It was pretty cool.
That's so cool. So now that we know that Miss Rivera is into travel and culture and languages, that definitely ties into her book, her multilingual book, Que soy, what am I? So let's start with this question. How many books have you written in total, or is this your first book?
This would be my third. Well, okay, not just published, right? Just written. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4, and the 4th one's in the making. It's almost done. So
wow, congratulations! There's no holding you back. That's right. I love it.
This comes to me. We are
So
published.
are all 4 books going to be like bilingual books? Is that something you want to continue doing?
Yes.
That's good.
Eventually, they'll all be both in English and Spanish. Right now, the picture book is the first one because it was the shortest. It was the easiest to translate. My mother's working on the other 2. She said it's very difficult. So,
So she's the one who like translated in Spanish and make sure all the dialect and everything is good.
Yes.
Oh, you have such a nice mommy.
Great.
Thanks, Mom.
You're so helpful.
I know kids appreciate that.
They do. Yeah. This one, the picture book was easier because it was just a few words. The other ones are a little bit more complicated because of the way the verbs go and the adjectives and things are all backwards. And so you got to make sure it's good.
Yeah. Fun fact for me, Spanish was my first language. So learning English to me was like, why everything is so strange and why is all this stuff backwards? Why do you need one word to mean so many different things? Just say what you mean. It's just so interesting. So my next question for your book is, so tell us about your journey writing this book. Where did you draw your inspiration from?
The inspiration came from a game that my husband and I used to play with our kids. So we called it the Tickle Monster. So the Tickle Monster would come out to you and, he would play with you and he would just, it was like a claw kind of thing. And it was just like a game that we played. And then one day my son was like, Mom, you need to write a book about the Tickle Monster. And I was like, why? I was like, who wants to hear about that? But so we kind of just went from there to where we said, okay, I'm just going to write down little stories here and there. And a lot of the events, some of them are true. So like some of them happened in real life to somebody in my family or, and some of them are made up. And the character was created. I found like a picture and I just kind of added to it. And so that's how the main character was created. And then I asked for name suggestions and that's how he got his name. So
I love it. I love it. And that is so cool that when I just took away from that as well as like when your son, Mommy, can we create this? You said, let's do it. So I love the empowerment of mom and the fact that you completed the project and you did the project. Like one example, Mom, you are just not only I hear you, son, but I am going to make something happen out of your creative idea. Like how empowering is that? Was he super excited when he got the book in his hand? I just want to know a little bit about him because it's just so empowering.
He was just like, okay, this is really coming to life. Like this is pretty cool. And of course, in the first book, he's in it. So that was like when he was younger, he was like, that is just the most coolest thing on earth to be in a book.
Amen.
So,
yeah.
We're in it. So that just kind of helped the situation. But he was excited that it was coming together and that, I actually was able to get it published and have it in print.
Yeah, the whole process was there for it. From the idea to the print to publish.
To the new picture book. So
there you go. So are you collaborating with him on a book soon in the future? And it's going to be with you and him? Or what? Does he want to write his own book?
Since the books are based off of like family members and things like that, that's probably where it'll continue. I've done all nieces and nephews, but now I have more. So I have like grandnieces and nephews. So the story I will continue with them.
Yep.
And after kids are done, I guess I'm just gonna have to borrow somebody else's kids.
So you mentioned your 4 books, and then there's one. Your 4th one is coming now. Would you like to share a little bit of that 4th story with our viewers today?
Yes, please. That would be wonderful. So the 4th one is going to be a Christian book. It's going to be based on the books of the Bible, but also with the alphabet. So the goal is to help children learn the names of the Bibles, but also their letters, and then know where the book each book of the Bible is in, like the Old Testament versus the New Testament. So it's going to be called Jesus' ABCs. And so Jesus is going to help them learn their alphabet and also where the books of the Bible are.
I absolutely love that a lot. And I'm going to keep an eye out for that one too, because I definitely would love to get that for my kids.
Yeah.
It's just so amazing. So with that book, what inspired you to write that book? I know we're about get soy, but I also want to know, like, what inspired you to write ABC of Jesus? Was it just a spirit that led you to write that book too, or?
Kind of, but also because growing up, like I've always struggled, and I still do, trying to know like where each book of the Bible is, whether like in the
Yes.
New Testament, the Old Testament, the beginning, the middle, the end. I'm like, in church,
What is it? Yeah.
and like by the time I find it, they're already 2 pages ahead. I mean, so my goal, the main goal for that book is so that the children can learn. They can learn that this book is in the Old Testament, this one is in the New Testament, and then they can learn a little bit about the Bible. So that was the main goal. And just, I just kept saying, one day I'm going to write this. And people were like, well, just do it. And I'm like, okay. And that's the way I write. It's like they say, just do it. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, I kind of picked that up from you. It's like, Ma, just do it. Just do it. You're like, well, why not? I enjoy that spirit. It's such a faithful spirit and such a free spirit and I love the fact that you don't doubt yourself, where you give yourself excuses not to, where you actually just jump in and you actually create something and it comes out beautiful. And this book, I cannot wait to get into it. And I just want to know, what do you hope your readers to take away from the story today? Guess soy. What am I?
So the main character, Gilmore is my main character, and he is made up of different animals. So he's, got different parts of animals. So he's different. So
I like it.
Yeah. The main goal is that the children will know that it's okay to be different. That you're not going to look like me. I'm not going to look like you, but we can all still be friends. We can all still be together. So the main story is we are all different. We are all special, but that's what makes us who we are. So
I actually love that so much.
That's just, and that was another one where it just, I was like, somebody said probably, tell me about how Gilmore came about. And I'm like, okay. So, but especially now with everything that's going on in this world, I want children to know that it's okay that we don't look the same. They're seeing color differently. They're noticing color now. I don't think before, this year or, a couple of years ago that they knew that, you're black, I'm white, and, you're brown, you're whatever, I don't think they noticed that. But now I think it's putting upon them that they're like, okay, people are seeing or saying to them that, oh, they're black, so you can't talk to them, or they're white.
Yep.
And I don't want that. That's not
it's more exaggerated now. I mean, I think it's always been around, but I think it's just more exaggerated to the point because now we have social media that like forces all these memes and force all these things down your throat where you didn't have that seed planted, but now it is. So now it's like you look at yourself different and you're looking at your point of views different. And then that's what you're going to bring out into other people. So I love that you are like, well, yeah, whatever. I'm a monster. Love me. But there's so many parts of me, So excited. Okay. I get deep. I love it. I love you.
Is that I wrote this book over 2 years ago, and it's not a surprise. Now I know why it took so long for me to be able to get it published, because it needed to be published this year. So
in Jesus' name.
Exactly. I mean, now I know why. I was having such a hard time trying to get this book published, and it happened in 2020. So that's not a coincidence in my eyes.
He doesn't make mistakes, and there's a season for such a time as this, and this is a season of healing, and this is a season of breakthrough understanding. So it's so important that these stories, although they may be silly and funny, but they bring such a strong, powerful message if taught correctly. Because we can write books with our meanings, but unless the parents, the educators, the people who's receiving it are educated, and the only way they're going to be educated is through things like this, interviews, where we get to speak to authors. And this is actually why I did Spotlight, is because I need people to know you're not just picking up a book at Barnes and Noble or Amazon because the cover is cute and everything. This is the time. Well, yeah, okay, guys, cover design does help, okay? but there's this time where we can actually meet authors. Like, if we use platforms correctly, we can meet great upcoming authors that's been in the game for a long time, award-winning authors, best-selling authors, and we can see their behind the scene thought process of the book, and we educate parents, we educate teachers on, this is why I wrote this is the perspective, and this is how I want the message to be delivered.
Yeah.
Because I think that's so important too, because anybody could take something and go like this, twist it and make it theirs, and then the message gets all scrambled up, and then we're back at square one. So anyway, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna give you the spotlight. I am actually gonna skip the commercial because we just had such a great time talking through it. So I'm gonna skip it. Yes, so I'm gonna step out and I am gonna let you have the scene. Do you have your book in front of you? Do you have your book ready? I know you do. I know you do. I love you. All right, guys, I'm going to step out, and Miss Rivera is going to take over, and she is going to share her story with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you. I am so happy that you guys are here watching. And I just wanted to introduce my book. It's called What Am I? Also available in Spanish, which is Que Soy. You are going to learn about my creation, Gilmore. So it is. He says, I'm just going to read a couple of pages so you can see this beautiful illustrations. It says, I have cow horns. Am I a cow? I have a duck beak and duck feet. Am I a duck? I have a long neck. Am I a giraffe? I have fingers. Am I a person? I have a big fluffy belly. Am I an ostrich? It says, what am I? You are an ostrich. You are a person. You are a giraffe. You are a duck. And you are a cow. You are Gilmore T. Monster. You are all of those things. You are also special. You are also different. And that is what makes you, you. We are all different. We are all special. That is what makes me, me. And that's the message that I wanted to share with you guys today, that it's okay that we're not the same. We're not supposed to be the same. God made us each different. He made us each special. And that is the goal of that. You can be friends with whoever. They don't have to look like you. They're not going to look like you. They're not going to act like you. But we're all special and we're all different. And the goal in this life right now is for everybody to come together and to be friends and just move on. There's no reason why color or race or even culture or religion should stop us from being together. Because right now, this is what we need. We all need to stand strong together and hold those hands and just be with each other. Because that's what it's all about. I also wanted to quickly show you the other two books that all started it. The first one was called My Best Friend Is Who, and that's the original Gilmore that my sister drew for me. And then this one is The Cousins. And oh, there it goes again. I think it froze. And I can't hear you anymore.
We were still so live, but you want to know what I want to say right now? And I just love so much. You touched my heart so much with your message. And although you got cut off a little bit, I am going to bring you back because no weapons. Because when we have something so powerful to say and it's Holy Spirit led, the enemy will try and he will try. And yes, we both got booted off, but we got brought right back. And you're going to finish what you were saying, and it's going to be 10 times better because that's how our God rolls. So I'm going to step back out and I'm going to let you finish your last couple of sentences because that's how we do. 1 second, I'm going to come on out. And if it happens again, we're going to keep going because it's so powerful that it's trying to be broken up and messed up, and it's not on spotlight. Not today.
Right. Not today.
Not on spotlight. Hold on.
Okay, so we were talking about it's upside down. My best friend is who, and cousins and cousins and cousins. Oh my! This is the inspiration that started it all when my son said that I needed to create this creature, this monster. This story, it has my niece, my older niece, and my 2 children. And then the next one came along with all the different nieces and nephews because they got mad that they didn't have their own story. So that's where this one came along. Now, since then, I have 4 more great nieces and nephews, and hopefully that's where the next story is going to be. The next story is going to be with them. So I do thank you so much for watching today, and I hope that you have enjoyed the message. I can't hear you. It's all good. It's all good.
Listen, today has been a day. This has been an interview. I just want to say thank you so much, Mr. Rivera, for your time on Spotlight. I am so thankful for your messages. I'm so thankful for your stories. I encourage you to keep writing and putting out a fruitful word into the world, a positive energy for children, something that they can hold on to with words. I think words speaks volumes, and like it says in the word, our words have the power to heal or destroy. So I think books and our words in our books are strong affirmations for our children. So I thank you for your words, and I thank you for your encouragement and your power that you put into your stories for our children to enjoy and grow with strength, knowing who they are. So today I pray that you continue your success. And guys, if you haven't received your copy yet of Que Soy, What Am I? Miss Rivera, can you tell them where to purchase?
You can go to Amazon, and if you search Elizabeth L. Rivera on Amazon as the author, then you'll see the Que Soy and the other books as well. That's where you can find them.
Okay, sounds good. And then I'll talk to Miss Rivera, see if she wants to put it on my website too at www.jennifersummerall.com. You might be able to get a copy through there as well, but we'll talk after. All right, take care, guys. Thank you so much, Miss Rivera.
Bye.
Bye.